Hi, intuitive viewers. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling better after, hope you're feeling better after a crazy day yesterday. I can't say I didn't warn you. I did warn you. It was going to be crazy. I don't think you had any idea how crazy, but so I want to just begin by asking for a couple of prayers for people. For Joanne, who's in Virginia, has a degenerative disease. If you could please send out love and light to her. She's in the state of Virginia. And then Alicia, who has a YouTube channel, she has lung disease. So if you could just send out some love and light and prayers to them. I know sometimes it's the information is very vague, but a lot of times it's people are asking on behalf of other people, and so they're not sure how much information they want to give out about their health and things like that, but they do just want prayers and love and light sent to them. And I just want to let you know too, an update for myself. My sister-in-law, who I had asked for prayers for on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you can. It's Intuitiview on Twitter. And I just asked for some prayers and love and light for her because she was going into the ICU and had COVID, and she was a cancer survivor, so she had pre-existing conditions, and we were very worried, but she's going home. So we're very, very happy about that. She's doing much, much better, and she's going to be about ready to go home. So thank you so much for those prayers. This stuff works, and I've seen it work. I saw it with little Lucy. There's little Lucy back there. She's sleeping. So anyway, thank you so much, you guys. And if you could just send out some love and prayers for Joanne and Alicia, that would be very appreciated. Okay. A couple of updates from a couple of things that we talked about before we get into yesterday. Remember, on one reading, I think it was not the last one, but the one before, I saw where it was just me by myself. I saw that Donald Trump had done something in the White House, had taken something, or had moved something, or had changed something in the White House. And I felt like we'd find out what it was. I felt like as the Biden people started to get in there, we'd figure out what happened. But what it ended up being was he had taken the Obama's portraits and the Clintons' portraits and put them in the basement. I mean, child. It's so ridiculous. So that's what it was. That's what I was picking up on. I thought it was so funny and so weird. He's so weird. Anyway, but that was what it was. So now we don't have to worry about, oh, did they turn everything gold or whatever, make some terrible decisions like they did in the Rose Garden? No, the portraits were moved to the basement. That's what it was. Just kind of funny. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you was I kept seeing I kept calling it a mudslide, but there was a landslide in Denmark. And when I would see it, it looked like the side of the mountain just sank. That's what it looked like. And so that's what it was. Because when I saw the pictures, it's almost very, very close to what I had seen. So that's what that was. And I think that I had seen people missing. I didn't know if there would be people killed or anything. I didn't know. I just, but I think I saw people missing, and I think there are some people presumed dead and missing. So it's horrible, horrible situation. So I just pray for that, for them to find people. But yeah, it's a horrible situation. But that was what I was seeing, and I just want to remind you that, because I got a lot of people writing and saying, you're right, there's violence at the Capitol, blah, blah, blah. It's not me, it's my guides, and I'm just the telephone, and I'm just the conduit. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Trust me when I say I don't know anything. I just listen, and they get me to say what they get me to say, and I say it. And these little predictions, like the one about the paintings, the ones about the violence, this week, these smaller, more in the moment dramas that take place, and these predictions are all about the big prediction that Donald Trump's going to go. It's almost like I'm proving to you, I'm validating to you that I'm hearing something that's not just me. And that's what all these smaller predictions are about. It's not about me doing predictions. It's about my guides showing you that, look, it's going to be okay, because Donald Trump is going to go. We are going to take the House, the Senate, and the presidency. These things, these bigger things are going to happen, and we're moving into a shift where things are going to really, really change. And so this, all of this stuff had to come out in a way that helped us to see what was going on, to see that we have problems, you know, all over the place with social justice and with corruption and with, you know, people, you know, taking bribes or whatever, you know, not obeying their oath of office, all of these things. We needed to see them to change them. So, and this is about something much bigger, with us just kind of moving into whatever you want to call it, a shift, a new earth, a new consciousness, where we're going to be kind of moving forward in a way we haven't before. There have been times, I mean, I think the Age of Enlightenment, you know, certain times in our history, we've seen these leaps, and this, we're going into another one. And part of this leap is a spiritual leap. And so that's what this all is about. And so I don't want to get mired in these smaller predictions and pats on the back, you know, that I got this or that right. It's not me, first of all. And second of all, it's about the bigger picture, right? So I just don't want to get kind of mired in these smaller things, because it, I thank you for saying, you know, you did this, or you saw this, or whatever. But I just a reminder that it really is my guides, and it really is just me listening. And that's why I did the classes, because I feel like you can do this too. You just have to figure out how they're talking to you. And that's what the classes are about. So that's where I'm at with all this stuff. So just so you know, I do want to look at, so it was weird, because when I saw, and it was in the very end of the discussion I had with Scott, we did like a reading together, and the first thing to come through was there was going to be violence this week. And it was weird to me, because at the time, it felt like I didn't think anyone would be killed, but it just seemed like skirmishes, like violence, and there was things being planned. And and now we of course know what this was about. But I also want to say that, you know, sometimes when stuff comes through, my guides they're showing us a possibility, because they can see, okay, things are being planned, so this could happen, this possibility could happen, there could be violence on this day, and it could be pockets of it, and so this is what's happening. But my guides and their guides, you know, everybody that went into the Capitol, they have guides too. They're hopeful that this will not happen. They're hopeful that they can help us turn these things around. They can help to get people to do something different, because even though they may not be able to hear their guides at the moment, they're so caught up in the drama of what's happening now, or they're so enraged, or they're so, you know, that it's drowned out by that stuff. They still do have guides, and their guides still work with them or try to. So I always feel like when some of these things, especially things that have to do with personal choice, with free will, they hope this doesn't happen. They hope that this can be turned around, or that they'll see the light, or, you know, they never give up hope on us. Our guides never, ever, ever give up hope with us. They're always working with us and trying to work with us and trying to get us to find a better way, to find an easier route, a more joyful route. They don't want us to be miserable and angry and all of these things. They want us to find the more joyful, easy path in this life, because it's already hard, right? So anyway, I think that is one reason why sometimes things are vague, because they can kind of see what can happen here, but it's not an absolute. It could still turn around. And even this woman who passed away, I feel like in a way, you know, it could have been that it was her time, but in a way, I kind of feel like maybe it didn't have to happen because I didn't see it. And it could just be that I don't need to see everything, and that, you know, that I, you know, I'm not privy to everything. It's not necessary, but it does make you, and I'm kind of getting chills right now. So I'm wondering if that is the case, that maybe it didn't really have to happen the way it happened. But it's a tragedy and it's awful. And I just wanted to look at kind of some of the fallout of this and just see kind of what's going to happen. And I'll just let you know, this is kind of going to be a short video because I do have readings today, and I just felt the need to come on. I felt like my guides wanted to kind of let you guys know that, you know, a lot of people have woken up. It's a little late, but they've woken up. I wanted to just kind of tell you what I'm getting as far as what happened, because I know there'll be investigations and things like that. And I already feel like the FBI, people like that are looking into these people, looking into what happened, looking into people that may have been involved on the inside. And so I wanted to look at that. And I'm, for some reason, Mitch McConnell's coming up. I know it probably doesn't, because to me, I kind of don't have much sympathy for him, but he's devastated by this. Part of it is his ego. You know, part of it is just like people didn't listen to him, and he feels like had people listened, this wouldn't have happened, or this, I may have been able to help this party not fall apart, you know. He feels, but it's also, it's actually taking a toll on his health. He's not like feeling very well. And to me, it's like, he feels like he's lost a lot. Let's just put it that way. And he's going to lose a lot, and that he's lost a lot. And I feel like I've got chills. So I feel like there are like regrets he has. And I know that it falls on deaf ears. I mean, we're all in the same boat, you guys. I'm getting this information and I'm just giving it to you. And this is coming from my guides. And I'm like, it's too little too late for him, but they're just letting us know that he's the way he's feeling, and that for some reason this is coming through as he's really devastated. He did not, it was hard. When he saw it playing out, it was really heart-wrenching. And it was for a lot of those of Republicans that have kind of been teetering on the, you know, they won't really do or say anything, but they're not really approving it. It really broke their hearts to see people that they know and work with in danger, be afraid, and to also see the Capitol building kind of damaged and ruined the way that it was. It was very heart-wrenching. A lot of people have become very angry. It does feel like they may remove Trump early. And I feel like he's like he wants something, like I'll step down if that, okay, but I want this. It's like very transactional. He feels like he's like, as if he's in a position to bargain. I don't know but you know how he is. So I do feel like that he has demands or something. People around him are worried about his mental state. They're concerned for themselves too, because he's lashing out in a way that is makes people feel unsafe, like threatening people and stuff. He's very, very paranoid. He feels like people are like, he doesn't know who's with him and who's not. He's railing against people all the time. You know, he's just like going on about different people. Some people they're in a position of afraid to leave because of what he may do, like, and who he may bring in, but also understanding that this is not going to end well. And I just got chills with that too. So there's stuff, yeah, so I do feel like the Democrats feel very united to me. They feel very, very united and very strong right now. And the Republicans feel very much like every man for himself. Do what you have to do. I'm going to do what I have to do. That kind of thing to survive this. It feels very people blaming each other, and people blaming leadership, and people blaming, you know, being angry with the situation. There's going to be some apologies that come, and some more resignations fallout from this. That I don't know when the apologies comes. It almost feels like it's after, it's later or something, or and I can't tell if these are public or like to Biden or to what, but it feels like apologies. There's also okay, so they're taking me to the Capitol now. The investigations are so there was speculation that there's people on the inside that were part of this, helping people get in and things like that. And it will come out. There were people on the inside. I'm seeing even like a map. Somebody has a map. Somebody, something about a basement or a down or tunnels or under the underground, like tunnels or the basement or something. I just heard the word breach. I see like a bigger guy. I think he's what is he? He feels like some kind of higher up security person. And I'm hearing something about a lawyer, something about lawyer. But there were people inside. And I feel like there's money involved. There's money involved. I think this is all going to come out, though. I think this is all going to come out. It's weird, though, because I feel like, as I said that, I felt like it should come out, but I feel like there might be an attempt to bury it because they don't want people to feel unsafe. But I feel like it will come out. I'm going to stick with that. I feel like it's going to come out. There's something about a shutdown. I feel like something is like, again, something almost takes place, but it's shut down. I think it has to do with closer to Inauguration Day, but it feels like it's shut down. There are some people that feel very blindsided by what happened. They didn't expect what happened to happen. They saw it differently. They thought it would be different. They were very upset about this. So I feel like there might be some people that come forward and give information because they felt they'd been used, or that this was not the way this was supposed to happen. And so they may start talking or giving up information. People are going to jail. People are going to jail. There's going to be fines, arrests. I don't know about the arrests of like people like Giuliani and people like that. I've kind of maintained that I felt like it would be when after Biden is in. I feel like though there's already plans about this. And I did say that I saw a man coming in as AG. I did say, you know, it could be because everybody was seeing a woman, and I thought I said it could be like a woman with a really masculine energy, but I'm seeing a man. Looks like it's going to be Merrick Garland. We're going to talk about, you know, justice being served. But I remember that what they said about him, the person he was thinking about putting in, which I guess was Merrick Garland, was that he was very strategic and unafraid. So that's where he's coming from. But I do want to look at him real quick and just see what his plans are, because I'm dying to know. Okay. He knows where he's going first. He has a plan. Again, he's very strategic. He's got a plan. It's like he knows where he's going first. He knows where he's going to start. Biden stepping back. I feel like a conversation happened where Biden said, you do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. I'm not going to say a damn word about it. I'm not going to say a damn thing about it. He's asked for extra security for like his family and him if he takes this job. That was kind of, to me, that is like a request he had to take the job, to agree. Because he said, I'm gonna, if I do this job, I'm gonna do this job. So I want extra security. That's what it feels like the conversation was. So you guys, I think he's gonna go for it. He is going for it. Someone just said this plays like a movie. It's going to be like a movie, and all of this stuff. I mean, it's just like the lid is blown off. It just feels like there are all kinds of unbelievable information is going to come out. Trials are going to happen. People are going to be held accountable. They have to be. Somebody's saying they have to be. They have to be. Someone inside, I feel like it almost feels like Kamala Harris is saying this. They have to be held accountable. They have to be. We can't move forward unless these people are held accountable. And the changes are going to be massive in the next few years, you guys. It's not going to look like the same country. We're going to be in such a good place in a couple of years. Even this year is going to be a really healthy, good year. A lot of purging and a lot of fixing and a lot of healing going on. So the beginning of the year is going to be tough, but it's going to be good. By the middle of spring, there's a lot of things are you can see the changes taking place are about to change in a big way. So yeah, so I'm so glad that, you know, the Senate worked out the way we thought we saw it. I'm so happy about that. I went back and forth, my guides, a lot of times with them about that, because they kept saying, listen, this looks good. This looks good. So anyway, I'm happy that that happened the way that it happened. It was almost exactly the way they said that, you know, that it would take a little longer for the Ossoff race, but that if as long as Purdue was, you know, they could keep Purdue in check and not allow him to do the things that he was doing and wanted to do, Ossoff could do this. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And we're off and running, and we're going to be okay. You guys, we're going to be okay. We'll get through the next couple weeks. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the next little while. So let's just hang in there. Keep, you know, have some faith and trust in what this is going to be all right. You know, we've seen from the beginning, you know, this guy's going to go. We'll survive. We'll move forward, and we'll be okay. So take care, everybody. I'm sorry this isn't very long, but I have some readings to do. So I hope you guys are doing well, and take care of yourselves, ground, self-soothe, get away from the news once in a while, even though it's hard right now. Just get away from the news and just start, you know, thinking about the nation healing, okay? And prayers for peace and for justice, okay? All right, have a good one. Bye, guys.